Hey guys, today we're talking about Vanguard overdress. So I normally don't do this type of videos. However, I feel like this is really big news, so I'm gonna give it a shot. And then as more information goes on, I might be doing something similar in the future. But since this is my first time doing it, I'm probably just gonna freehand it a little bit. So bear with me. I promise to get better in the future. So okay, let's go ahead and dive right into it. So first of all, all this information can be found in the Bushiroad website with the link down below. So let's go ahead and get right in. So first, the thing that people have on their minds, is this a reboot? In my personal opinion, I would say no, question mark. Because normally when you think of a reboot, coming from a comic book reader's standpoint, a reboot refers to a change. Like they're rebranding everything, like everything's starting fresh, so that you don't have to see, for example, you don't have to read Action Comics #1 to know everything. You can just start from that point, and then there you go, new order, new everything, blah blah blah. So in this case, it's more like a new series for Vanguard, kind of like how the other card game animes change it up, new protagonists, new mechanics, new formats, and everything. So I would say no, this is not a reboot. So just going over this briefly, the lore for this, it takes place 3,000 years on the planet later at the planet Kree after Geese is defeated. So Strides came 1,000 years later. This is now 3,000 years later. And in the 3,000 year future, there's no more clans. All of them became their own nation. So let's see, United Sanctuary on all their clans became the Keter Sanctuary. What else? Dragon Empire became Dragon Empire because they're stubborn like that. Stargate became Brandgate, which is kind of concerning because that's a villain, and I don't know. Apparently they're trying to prepare for Void coming back anyway, so maybe. Dark Zone became Dark States, and if you look at the illustration, that looks like London if you ask me, especially if you play FGO and you see Moriarty's Noble Phantasm, but that's a different tangent right there. And then Zoo and Megalonica combined together to form Stoichia, except for Bermuda Triangle. They get to be their own special thing because Bushiroad loves their Bermuda Triangle. Well, everybody loves Bermuda Triangle, right? Right, guys? Wink, wink. So in the card, we did have a few changes to the card itself. Now, for example, instead of clans, it would just be the nation for it. So the example they had, it says Dragon Empire instead of let's say Kagero. Oops, excuse me. Had dinner too. Okay, and then let's see. It looks like the power level is still gonna be the V era because the card looks like 13,000 power. Might be the standard for the grade 3s, but it didn't go over the mysterious symbol underneath the Twin Drive logo. So hopefully Bushiroad does give more information about that later on. Also, another change to the game, there's now a ride deck, which works like you get 4 cards separate from your deck in the beginning of the game. And every turn you can discard 1 card from your hand to ride a card from the ride deck, which is pretty good because that means you get to never have a grade lock, and you could ride your main grade 3. I think that's how it's supposed to work. You get your main grade 3 in there, and then there you go. Which means you don't need 4 copies of your main grade 3 unless it has a Persona Blast or something, which is always kind of nice. It also helps with deck building because you don't have to sacrifice that many slots for grade 3s anymore and running grade 3 searchers, and it now gives you a little bit more leeway in running certain cards. So that's always really nice. And then they also announced the Super Trigger. It gives, or Over Trigger, I believe, Super Trigger, Over Trigger. Sorry, it gives 100 million power. It has 50,000 shield. You can only run 1 per deck, and it stops the source. It stops the source of damage, which I believe means it's kind of like how when you play White Schwartz, you cancel the damage, which is also pretty nice. That way you don't you don't, die automatically. But one thing to note is it says activate this card's ability, and then when it says active ability, it says give a unit 100 million power, which means that there's a possibility that when you reveal it, like in the future, they might have different abilities. Like maybe one's like when revealed with dry check, activate ability, draw a card, or revealed from dry check, heal a damage. Who knows? Actually, that'd be really broken if you put heal. Another thing to note, because it's nations now. Actually, we'll go on that. We'll go on that a little bit, a little later. So to balance it out with the 100 million power and everything, it's 1 per deck. So that's a little bit of extra luck if you want to play that, but I personally kind of like it. Next up, for the formats, there's 3 different formats. Standard now changing to V Premium, Premium staying Premium, and Standard now containing only the overdress cards with the little D icon on it, which is kind of interesting because since Premium says you can play all cards in it, does that mean like you can play like the overdress cards in Premium tournaments? That's pretty interesting. But even though in Premium everybody has strides and everything, you technically can use strides in a overdress deck, because Cray Elementals do say this card is from all clans and nations, so technically you can use a G deck full of Cray Elementals. But who do I know? What do I know? Bushiroad can tell me later on, tell us later on, like, yeah, Cray Elementals don't count for overdress cards. Oopsies. Okay. Next up, we have... Oh yeah, for the formats, they're all going to be supported, hopefully equally. Bushiroad did announce with one of the products that they're having is going to be like kind of like a premium collection, but for standard cards. And they already announced that, like, I think the text said Raging Form Dragon and Tetra Drive Dragon. Don't quote me on that just yet. Says it's going to be in that set, so that's some hype for that as well. For products, speaking of products, the product is actually pretty... Was that like a backlash? Oh, never mind. Sorry, equipment is a little weird right now. Products is actually a pretty low price point actually. Like in Japan, the 3 trial decks is coming out in March and then 2 coming out in April. They're going to be 333 yen, which is kind of cute because the Japanese word for 3 is san, and if you get the 3 threes and combine it, it makes 9, which is Q. So it sounds kind of like san Q, thank you. So it's kind of cute that Bushiroad's trying to say thank you for supporting them all these years. So yay, a little bit of trivia for you right there. And for the US, or not US side, the English side, each start deck is gonna cost $3.99 USD, which is really low considering booster pack. I'm gonna use my local example. Each booster pack costs about $3 to buy one. So $3, so another $1 for you get a trial deck or start deck, which is good because if your friends are iffy about if they want to play Vanguard, the low price point does invite them like, hey, for the cost of basically a booster pack, you can get a deck instead and try it out. And if you like it, then you can continue at it. If you don't like it, well, $4 is the cost of maybe like a large drink and a burger from the Big M. So that's not too bad. Or a couple coffees. Yeah, it's not that bad of a price point. Or if you're if you yourself are interested in teaching your friends, $4 is not that bad. So you can buy a trial deck, a start deck for yourself, and a start deck for your friend, and teach them how to play. And since all 5 are coming out at once in English, that's about $20. $20 to try to teach your friends how to play. That's really nice. And they get to try all nations out. So they find a place out they like, they can go ahead and do that. 1 second as I drink some water. Remember guys, to always stay hydrated, unlike me who just rambling on for about 10 minutes. So another thing about the product for the booster packs, it's now going to have more cards. It's going to be 120 cards instead of the regular booster boxes now having like 84 cards, which is really nice considering like whenever you buy booster packs, you like to get like a variety of cards. So a bigger variety means more packs you want to buy, right? But they are unfortunately getting rid of the Vanguard rares. So the most you guys get is a common to a triple rare, which is not that bad if you played like OG Vanguard like I did. That's how it was before, and I thought that was pretty nice because sometimes you want certain cards and and you want to split with your friends. So if you have, if the cards you guys need are like triple rares instead of VRs, then you all have a chance of, you know, getting what you need instead of like you pulling. Let's say I play Dark Irregular, and your friend plays like what kind of Dark Rose, like Pale Moon. If the VR is a Dark Irregular, then oh no, only I get it and my friends don't. That's unfortunate. But now everything's up for grabs again, which is pretty nice. Something to note though is that they did change a little bit. They announced that 50 cards have the chance of being a foil, which are normally not, and they're rares or commons, which means if you are playing like, you know, max rarity, then you're gonna need those foil cards, unfortunately. But in addition, it's always a nice surprise when you get like a common card. Let's say I'm not sure what they're gonna pull. Let's say I open a pack, I get a heal trigger, but the heal trigger is foil. Oh, that's really nice, isn't that? Yeah, I would think it is pretty nice. And lastly, they talked about the anime. The character designs are by Clamp, which, if you guys do not know, is actually a pretty big name in the anime industry because they do like works like Cardcaptor Sakura or Code Geass. So that's a pretty big name to get your character design by. And next up is also going to be animated by Kinema Citrus, which is, I think, is the same studio that did Review Starlight. If it's true, then that's really good, because if you've seen Review Starlight, it's really beautifully animated. So I do recommend watching the anime because, you know, Bushiroad looks like they're putting a lot of effort into this, which is really good. Also, the main character is kind of cute. Then again, all the main characters in Vanguard are cute, so who knows? But yeah, my thoughts overall, I do like the direction Bushiroad is going with this, with the formats and everything, announcing that they're going to support everything. Even telling us that, hey, later on this year, there's going to be a new product to support the other formats, just to show you guys that, yeah, we are in on this. Let's see. I do look forward to the new mechanics that they're going to reveal later on, because I'm very curious about that little mark under the twin drive in the cards that they showed. I'm curious what that ability does. It might be a new marker. It might be a new ability overall. Who knows? Super Trigger is... I'm a little torn on it. I like it, that it adds a little bit of a oomph factor to the game, where like you go to the past and like, oh, just kidding, I got my super over trigger, 100 million power to the Vanguard. Oh, sorry, GG. Or, hey, I'm hitting you full game. Oh, I gotta cancel. Sorry. I do like that. I do like that. I do also like how Bushiroad's treating their products right now, giving more variety and more motivation for people to buy cards, because, you know, when you buy let's say a box at your locals and all your friends see that you pulled the VR, the motivation to buy more packs kind of cut in half because there's only one or two in a box. So that's good for the local game stores, which, by the way, guys, remember to support your local game stores. They're the guys that provide you guys a place to play with your friends, meet up at a weekend, and for a lot of people is a good safe haven. So remember to support your local game stores any way that you can in the future, and remember to tell them that they're awesome, just like you guys are. Anime, ooh, I'm looking forward to it very much because I do enjoy works by Clamp. So yeah, overall I think this is a good direction that Bushiroad is taking with Vanguard. I know it wasn't the news that a lot of people were expecting. Like, I wasn't expecting this at all. Like, I'm gonna be very honest with you, I wasn't expecting this at all. Like, I thought like it's gonna be, actually I don't know, like I think among my group of friends we just joked around saying that, yeah, for Vanguard, I wonder who's gonna be the main protagonist gonna be this time. Maybe Misaki, because, you know, Bushiroad like to reuse their characters. So yeah, to see the new characters, it's really nice. And the opening being sung by Roselia, which is my favorite girl band that was produced by Bushiroad. Very hyped for that. Gotta get their album. I think it's out on Spotify today. Wait, tomorrow? I'm not sure. But yeah. I'd like to hear what you guys think about it. Go ahead and comment what you guys think below. And remember guys, stay respectful, stay nice. And thank you guys for listening. If you guys like it, what you guys see today, actually more like what you guys hear today, please subscribe and like us on Facebook and Twitter. And oh, actually, why am I doing my outro? I forgot to say. So not guaranteed right now, but I am considering doing a giveaway for Vanguard overdress. Since the price for a trial deck is pretty low. You guys think that's something cool? Go ahead and again comment below as well. But yeah, no guarantees, but I am okay with the idea for that. But anyway, yeah, if you guys liked the video, feel free to subscribe and like us on Facebook and Twitter. And until next time, stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye and have a good... Why am I doing so many outros? Goodbye guys and have a good night.